And probably the reason that I'm performing good in internationals is because of what I said before, that I am personally not afraid of anyone. And I feel like most of the times when you come to international, or some players when they come to international, if they come as underdogs, they usually are very nervous and they're like really afraid to make plays.
Congrats on making it. Obviously, you ended up playing. You're playing against GenG, which is, one of the harder teams. But a lot of analysts have been saying that you actually match up fine into GenG. Not that you're favorite, but you guys have a really good early game, and they're not necessarily like a T1 or BLG, so their early game isn't as strong. What do you think of that matchup?
I think it's pretty, honestly, I feel like their top side's probably one of the best board right now. And I feel like Human has been playing really good. I think has been playing really good. So I'm hyped of what we can do with the top side. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's see how everything goes. It's a best of five. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be easy to take three games away from GenG, but we will try our best.
You mentioned that Humanoid is playing really well. Um, why do you and Humanoid play so much better together on international stage, but then sometimes in LEC it looks like you guys have no synergy?
Um, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like we don't have synergy. I feel like we are just playing worse individually, and that transitions to like the whole team, because I feel like us as Fnatic, we really like to play around the mid jungle pressure and then transition to silence. So when me and Marek, we are not playing as well, then the team has been impact.
Coming into MSI, most hopes are placed on G2, and I think very little are placed on Fnatic. Does that make it easier for you guys to play? Like you don't have any pressure, basically. Does that allow you to play more freely?
Uh, I mean, I really like when we come as the underdogs of the match or the tournament or whatever, because I feel like, yeah, that there is nothing to lose. Even though there is something to lose, there is nothing to lose. And we can like perform much better without any pressure. But I actually feel like G2 and us, we are kind of similar level right now. I feel like Fnatic improved a lot since we joined MSI. And yeah, I mean that's the narrative, right? That we are the underdogs, and G2 is coming stronger because of the LEC finals, which is understandable. But yeah, I actually prefer that than being the favorites and must win no matter what, because then if you lose, then it's like the unexpected thing, and then everyone goes crazy on Twitter or on socials. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely fair. You're right though. Fnatic got very little scrims before MSI play-ins, and then just completely leveled up. And I think you talked about this before, it being like having a break and getting to reset. But going back to last year, you guys also played at Worlds. Obviously, it's a slightly different roster, so maybe tell me a little bit, how is Fnatic different compared to last year?
Well, I feel like last year we were not having the greatest time in practice. I feel like we were getting very tilted at each other, and we were not having the best time, I would say. So we didn't want to scream much, or it was like a bit unproductive. Which this year I feel like the environment in the team is really, really nice. Everyone is like really close to each other. We are always having fun. And yeah, I think we came very late to China, not gonna lie. But I think the fact that we came late maybe gave us the momentum, or like the motivation that we needed, in terms of like, okay, we just had a break from League of Legends, so then we just go to China, we start streaming, we play solo queue, and everyone kind of ramped up very fast, which I like, not gonna lie.
All right, who runs the team on Fnatic? Are you the one who's like doing a lot of the early game shot calling? I feel like that's your strongest point of the game.
Yeah, I think I am the main voice most of the time in the game. In early game, I'm all the ones talking and making decisions of what am I doing. My team is just giving me information, and I am the one making the decision. And coming up to the mid game, I think I reduce a bit my voice, and humanoid starts talking a bit more. Or if bot lane, for example, has lead, they direct the game in mid game. Yeah.
Do you get nervous before games, especially big games where there's a huge stadium and a lot of fans?
No, I mean, I think I didn't get nervous for so long, honestly. I feel like I am able to control my emotions right now. I'm used to it. I feel like when we are about to play a game, you usually have this feeling in your stomach. It's like when the adrenaline kicks in. And I feel like I'm able right now to regulate these emotions and make them positive. It's like, okay, uh, I'm about to do something good. I'm about to now the important time comes, so I try to focus a lot, and yeah, I think like everything's normal, everything's all right. This is not bad. And then whenever you are on stage, it's just if you feel that your mouse is comfortable, your keyboard is comfortable, then you just play and you don't think about anything else besides the game.
It's very interesting that you say that. A lot of players talk about different ways how they deal with the stress or how they feel it, or the crowd really giving them energy. Um, are you are you able to enjoy the travel, the playing on these huge stages, or are you more of the player who's just like locked in, focused, does what he needs to do, and then later on can enjoy?
I like to enjoy my time. I don't think it's good to see it like, I think it's good, but not like really strict. Like you just come and then, okay, I'm only gonna play League of Legends and I'm gonna like try hard for this time. I'm not gonna even rest an hour, and every time I can, I'm gonna play solo queue. I think that's can be unproductive sometimes, and we in the team really like to do stuff together. We like to go eat dinner, lunch, whatever, and see some cool places that are here in Chengdu. So yeah, I think that's what we are doing so far. We are also trying to find the balance between playing a lot of solo queue and League of Legends and see the city a little bit and enjoy our trip here, try to understand the culture a little bit more. So yeah, that's what we are doing.
All right, and my last question to you is, you've been probably I mean, definitely one of the best Western junglers for the past few years now, especially internationally. What do you feel helped you? I mean, from your time all the way from Misfits to joining Fnatic, take that step up for you to become one of the best, Western junglers?
I mean, I think a lot of things happened, in my life and through the teams that I've played with, that I had to learn so much, and it made me the person or player that I am right now. And yeah, I think I was a bit of instinct player before, and I think right now I kind of shaped myself or trying to think more about the game and try to not make risky plays and try to rely on mechanics. I feel like I want to find the balance between both of them, and I think I'm good so far. And probably the reason that I'm performing good in internationals is because of what I said before, that I am personally not afraid of anyone. And I feel like most of the times when you come to international, or some players when they come to international, if they come as underdogs, they usually are very nervous and they're like really afraid to make plays, which me as a player, I feel like I really don't care if I do mistakes or if I look bad. I will just play the same time, the same all the way. And yeah, I've having so much success on it. I think last Worlds I played good, and I think right now in this MSI so far I'm also playing decent.
All right, Razark, thank you so much for your time. Good luck against GenG. I think you guys will need it, but I think you guys can definitely make Europe and the West proud.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
But that's it. That's all 8 interviews during the press day, asset day, as it's called, for the day before MSI bracket stage starts. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed it. I am having problems with my microphone all of a sudden. I don't know why. Like it was fine, and then it just wasn't. I didn't touch it. I didn't look at it wrong. I didn't do anything. It just decided not to be okay. So I think I'm gonna try maybe, I don't know, save up some money and buy a new one or something. If there's a audio engineer who happens to watch this interview, reach out to me either on YouTube in the comments or on Twitter. I'd like to talk, maybe figure out different ways of making my audio better. But besides that, yeah, just hopefully I will have better questions going into the games. I know towards the end my questions just became repetitive, or I don't know, I was just more tired, so I wasn't asking the questions in a way that, yeah, as accurately as I wanted to. But overall, I thought I did a pretty good job. I really enjoyed the interviews that I did, and I want to give the huge shout out, probably the most important shout out of all, to the thumbnail artist who's doing all my thumbnails, Ali. He's a miracle. He's a miracle worker. He anytime I ask him for a thumbnail, he does it, and his thumbnails are just 10 times, most of the time 20 times better than anything I could have ever imagined. If I give him a concept, he's just like, oh, you gave me like a small drawing with a couple bevels. Here's a mountain range with, lush greenery and the ocean, and just, yeah, he's amazing. You can see a new profile picture. That was him. So yeah, I'm very grateful. I know that the LEC had their MVP. In NA we had, he didn't make it, but we had the mid laner for 100 Thieves in Quid being MVP. LCK MVP is here at MSI, but really the real MVP for MSI is Ali. So thank you, huge shout out to you, and yeah, can't wait to see Team Liquid versus TES. I don't have any one-on-one interviews, but should be there for the Scrum, like, player conference interviews, so I'm looking forward to those.